Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. It's been a while since I've actually made a proper video because I've been really busy and just experimenting with different types of videos, like short videos, clips, streams, mainly streaming because it doesn't take a lot of effort, really, I'm gonna be honest. But this is Project Trackday. It's a Roblox racing game, pretty fun. This race that I'm queued for is I honestly really like this map, and it's GT4, meaning that the handling's gonna be pretty bad, and the speed's gonna be pretty bad, but because of how many different cars there are in this class, it's gonna be pretty fun, even though there's varied experience levels. Since GT4 is also the class you get when you first start the game. Looks like a lot of low-level players, so this is gonna be interesting. You know we gotta switch it to manual. Alright, right off the start we instantly pass everyone. Pretty neat. Alright, as you can see, these cars, it's very easy to understeer, like incredibly easy. This guy passes me on the straight, but he doesn't realize that there's a hairpin, but I don't realize there's a hairpin. My braking is way off. I brake way too late, but everyone else broke way too late too. Right now I'm seeing that this is gonna be a fun race because I'm having a lot of competition for first place with Avalon PF. But Avalon, even though both of our lines are off, Avalon goes way off to the outside on the exit, and so I pass him when he's on a penalty. I go full speed into this turn, pretty smooth line, but then I skid out because it's really easy to oversteer as well, just because I'm using a keyboard. Didn't exactly hit that apex, but this turn is really hard to hit as well because of how the understeering is with the GT4 cars. Go way too wide on that turn, have to brake and shift down a bit. But it appears that everyone else is having these issues too, so I'm not falling behind really. Oh, I went pretty wide on that turn. Surprised I didn't get a penalty. And now this guy passes me, but he's going on the inside, so I do a classic switcheroo, get around him. Even though there's no collision, so it doesn't even really matter. Collisions would make this game a lot more fun, but it's a Roblox game, like what do you expect? It's a lot better than any other racing game I played on Roblox. Alright, gotta brake right before the 100 marker. This guy is really battling me for first place, so this is also why this race was really fun, because I was actually able to, I felt like I was competing against someone on my level, since usually I'm like level 55 and I get paired with level 1 to 10 people. But I managed to pass him on the chicane. Not really a chicane, but you know what I mean. Managed to stay in front of Zajani with 4 ends. I noticed that I was in the wrong gear on that turn. I shifted down way too much. Oh, and I slide out of control there. This is where this game kind of has some issues, is the penalty detection. They just added it recently. It used to be there was an invisible force that launched you up into the air, which I'm glad that's not there, but the penalties are all over the place. Like, you could go off in one area completely and not get a penalty, but then you go slightly off, like one corner of one tire off into the grass slightly, and then you get a 6-second penalty. This drags you down. But luckily, I was able to get past that guy again because it seems that he also got a penalty right after I got a penalty, so we kind of traded penalties. Brake just at the 100 board this time, carry a lot of speed into the turn, a lot smoother exit than other exits. As I'm approaching the lapped cars, you notice this guy is, thankfully there's no collision. That's one of the reasons why, or thankfully there were no collisions in that instance, because that guy was just driving completely perpendicular to the road. Like, that would have caused a massive pileup if there were collisions. But I get a good racing line on that one. Middle apex. Drift again on that turn, but there's not much you can do. Barely stay on the track. Still get a penalty though. Pretty unfortunate with penalties, but I still managed to make a good first place in that race. Like I said, that race was one of the more fun ones just because of how close together the cars were. Normally in this game, you're gonna have like some bunch ups in like the middle positions, and then the top 4 are gonna be spread out. And you just kind of have to, although most of the time like 3rd and 2nd place are close to each other, but then 1st place is way far ahead, so it's really difficult to gain those positions. So luckily I was able to make it just in time to gain those positions. Or not just in time, but I was able to make it a pretty fun challenge. And as P7's name suggests, you matter.